First question to Vijayrathna sir. Sir, you have had a long 30 years of journey and were instrumental in building a pioneering projects like Waka Hard and also Fortis. Tell us a little bit about your journey by creating this iconic mother and child brand of Motherhood across all the cities and also putting into the
in the last 8-9 years with Motherhood is where I am able to sort of put across my learnings into practice and bring about this motherhood brand and the motherhood, what we call is a motherhood ethos to the world. Yes, women's health is something that has been spoken about, but not much of an action that is being taken. I think globally, also in India, women are mostly caring, they are psychologically probably, in their DNA, they are so caring for others. In the process, they forget about themselves. And many of them, they look after the family, they look after the children, and they put their own health behind themselves and overlook on many occasions. I think that is slowly changing, and change has to start from them. And organizations like ours, Motherhood, is able to sort of accelerate and function as a catalyst into this process. And we are seeing a lot more of awareness, which is very important. It is also very important they be very healthy to be very productive, right? So Motherhood is today engaging with the community in many forms through lectures, camps and various other activities, create forums for women to come in. We have a very strong representation in many corporate organizations. We work with close to about 3,000 plus corporate companies across the country. And education is one of the very, very important subject for us. So all our clinicians today in the Motherhood Network, we have 500 full-time engaged clinicians and about 1,500 visiting consultants who we call, who use our facilities. Totally we have about 2,000 clinicians who are engaged with the Motherhood Network, and we strongly use this resource to also participate and educate women in the wellness and in their journey of taking care of themselves. That's been a very, very important and eye-opening kind of experience for all of us. But being a very small part of this transformatory journey that's happening across the country, whatever little contribution that we do, we'll be delighted.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now, my next question to Geeta Anguli, ma'am. During your daily clinical practice, ma'am, you have seen, you believe most significantly hinders women's ability to their workforce, to their daily education and also societal development.
Thank you. And everybody in this hospital, I was really very impressed to see this, and I hope it will serve the community. And mother's health is very important. In a family, mother is a pivot. She is responsible for the health of the family, first teacher of her child, and education, everything. So if mother is healthy, then the family is healthy, and the nation will be healthy. The progress of the nation depends on the mother's health. That we should remember. One thing I tell you here, one thing I remember, that in if we see in the past, mother health, nobody very much was not very aware. It is even during delivery, in home delivery place was a dirty one, even in Gwalghar, you see. So there's nobody there. Even the hospital setting, they thought that is the normal. Sometimes there is physical and verbal abuse. So why? But this should be changed. Okay? And that's why maternal mortality and children mortality was very high. I tell you one story here. I told you that I was that time the head of the department of Arjikar Medical College. That's not now, long back, 80s or 90s. I heard that very serious patient is coming. She is bleeding like anything. She came from a very distant area. She had bleeding for 3-4 days, but could not come to the hospital because the head of the department, head of the family was not there. And then transport is not there. So when she reached the hospital, she reached up to the doorstep and died there. It really impressed me very much. That's why I said the awareness among the community, among the family members, among the doctors, everything is very, very important. Unless we are aware, no good things will come. You know, after my retirement, I started one foundation in the name of my father. Foundation.